They told me I should slow down decades ago. That aging meant decline, less energy, more pills, fewer choices. But here I am, 92 years old, I still drive, I still walked without a cane, I haven't caught a cold in over 30 years. And no, it's not luck, it's not genetics either. It's 5 simple habits, quiet, almost invisible, that rewrote my story. But before we get to that, let me ask you something. When was the last time you got out of bed and didn't feel like you were dragging your body behind you? When was the last time you made it through the day without groaning? I guess that's just part of getting older. We've been sold a dangerous lie, that aging is an unstoppable downhill slide, that after 60, your best days are behind you. But I'm here to challenge that, because what I discovered is both powerful and shockingly simple. No expensive supplements, no exotic diets, no miracle machines, just 5 daily choices that change the way I move, sleep, think, and even how I heal. And I want to share them with you because chances are you're not missing discipline, you're not lazy or broken, you're just missing the right signals. Signals that tell your brain to stay sharp. Signals that wake up your muscles gently, not with strain but with rhythm. Signals that say to your body, we're not done yet, not even close. Here's where I warn you though, one of these habits is so simple, so ordinary, you'll be tempted to ignore it. But if you do, you may be throwing away one of the strongest natural therapies we've ever had for inflammation, fatigue, and aging itself. Stick around, because at the end of this journey, I'll tell you the one thing I've done for 30 years that doctors are just now realizing might reverse aging, and no one, not even my family, saw this part coming. Ready to take that first step? Good. Let's begin before another morning slips away. 2. The morning signal. When I turned 62, a doctor told me something I'll never forget. Your body ages fastest during the first 30 minutes after waking up. At the time, I didn't think much of it, but the older I got, the more those words came back to me, especially on mornings when I felt stiff, slow, and foggy. That's when I created my own little ritual. I call it the morning signal, a simple way to gently wake up my body and mind before I even get out of bed. When people hear morning routine and think of coffee or a brisk walk, but I start even earlier. Before my feet touch the ground, I send a message to my body. We're alive. We're moving. Let's begin. I lie on my back and take 3 deep breaths. Then I slowly wiggle my fingers and toes. I roll my ankles and wrists in slow, easy circles. This takes about 90 seconds, but the impact lasts all day. It may sound small. It may sound silly, but it works. Those light movements tell my nervous system it's time to wake up. They send blood to my limbs, oxygen to my brain, and balance to my steps. Since starting this habit, I haven't tripped over my slippers. I don't feel dizzy getting out of bed. I begin the day clear-headed and grounded. The National Institute on Aging supports this. In one study, older adults who did light morning stretches reported better energy, sharper focus, and fewer falls. It's not about intensity, it's about intention. You don't need fancy equipment. You don't need to leave your bed. All you need is 90 seconds of awareness, a few deep breaths, and a little kindness toward your own body. Try it tomorrow morning. Before you grab your phone, before you reach for coffee, pause, breathe, wiggle your fingers, say good morning to your muscles, and you might just find they say it back. 3. The golden drink. After my morning stretch, there's one more habit I never skip, my golden drink. It's not a supplement, not a smoothie, and definitely not something expensive I bought online. It's a simple mix I make myself. Warm water, lemon juice, turmeric, and a pinch of black pepper. That's it, and I've had it nearly every morning for over 30 years. Why do I drink it? Because it works. This little ritual kicks off my day in the best way possible. It wakes up my digestion, supports my immune system, and calms inflammation, all before breakfast. Most importantly, it gives my body the message, today, we're taking care of ourselves. Let's break it down. The lemon gives a burst of vitamin C, which helps your immune system stay alert. It also encourages your liver to make bile, which is essential for digestion, something that naturally slows as we age. Ever feel bloated or sluggish in the morning? A little lemon water can go a long way. Next, turmeric. This golden root contains curcumin, one of the most powerful natural anti-inflammatory compounds known. Countless studies show it helps with joint pain, memory, and even mood, but turmeric needs help getting absorbed. That's where black pepper comes in. It contains piperine, which boosts the absorption of curcumin by up to 2,000%. Without it, your body misses most of the benefit. Together, these ingredients create what I call the golden trio, a healing tonic that's warm, soothing, and surprisingly powerful. You don't need fancy blenders or supplements. Just heat some water, not boiling, squeeze in half a lemon, add 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric and a tiny pinch of black pepper. Stir, sip slowly. It's simple, it's gentle, and it works. Within 2 weeks of starting this habit, I noticed less joint pain and better digestion. Over time, I realized I wasn't getting sick anymore. No colds, no sinus infections, just steady energy, a clear head, and a calmer body. And so tomorrow morning, while the toast is in the toaster, give this golden drink a try. You might be surprised what something so simple can do for your joints, your gut, and your entire day. Oh, the healing walk. I don't walk to burn calories, I walk to heal. Every single morning, rain or shine, I lace up my shoes, step outside, and take a 15-minute walk. No headphones, no distractions, just movement, breath, and quiet. When I first started this habit in my 60s, I thought real exercise had to be intense, sweat, soreness, pushing limits. But the truth is, the older we get, the more our bodies crave rhythm, not punishment. And walking offers just that, a gentle rhythm that calms the nervous system, pumps fresh blood to the brain, supports the joints, and resets our entire mood. For years, I treated walking like an afterthought, something I'd only do if I had extra time. Then, I read a study from the British Journal of Sports Medicine. Just 20 minutes of walking a day can lower inflammation markers, reduce heart disease risk, and even improve memory. That stopped me in my tracks. So I began walking every morning, no excuses. Some days I barely make it around the block, other days I stroll through the park, but I never miss a day because I've felt what happens when I do. I get stiff, I lose focus, I feel heavy, but when I walk, everything comes back into balance. My shoulders relax, my knees loosen up, my digestion improves, I think clearer, I breathe easier. And here's something strange. When I smile during my walk, even if I don't feel like it, my body responds. Research shows that smiling, especially while moving, activates the vagus nerve, which regulates stress, inflammation, and digestion. That's why my walks aren't just movement, they're medicine. Breath. I focus on my breath, 4 seconds in, 6 seconds out. I let my arms swing naturally. I look at the trees, feel the breeze, and let the world slow down. This walk every morning is how I tell my body, you're still alive, you still matter. You don't need a gym, you don't need a treadmill. You just need a pair of shoes and a decision. To move, to breathe, to begin again. Every step is a small victory. And over time, those steps have carried me farther than I ever imagined. 5. The brain and body breakfast. When I was younger, I used to skip breakfast or grab whatever was easy. A slice of toast, a bowl of cereal, maybe just coffee. I never thought much of it. But in my early 60s, I started feeling off. My energy dipped by mid-morning and my memory felt foggy. I began forgetting names, misplacing my keys, even questioning if I'd eaten lunch. At first I blamed age, but a nutritionist told me something that changed everything. You're not eating enough protein, especially in the morning. She was right. After 60, our bodies absorb and use protein less efficiently, meaning we actually need more of it, not less, to maintain muscle, brain function, and immunity. So I rebuilt my mornings around a new kind of breakfast. Not fancy, not complicated, just intentional. Most days, it's 1 boiled egg, a small bowl of Greek yogurt, a handful of walnuts, and a few fresh blueberries. That's it. But it gives me over 25 grams of high-quality protein, healthy fats, and powerful antioxidants to fuel both my brain and my body. Eggs are one of nature's perfect proteins, complete with all 9 essential amino acids. Greek yogurt is packed with protein and also supports gut health. Walnuts bring omega-3s to fight inflammation, and blueberries sharpen memory and reduce oxidative stress. But its combination doesn't just keep me full, it keeps me focused. Gone are the sugar crashes at 10 a.m., the brain fog, the sluggish mornings. I now glide through the day with stable energy and clarity. And on the rare days I skip it, my body reminds me, loudly. I call it my brain and body breakfast because that's exactly what it feeds. And the science backs this up. A study from Tufts University found that older adults who consume at least 25-30 grams of protein at breakfast experience better muscle mass, fewer hospital visits, and stronger immune response. This isn't bodybuilder advice. So tomorrow morning, skip the sweet cereal. Instead, give your body what it really needs to show up strong. Protein isn't just about muscles, it's about memory, energy, and resilience. And every bite is a step towards strength. The nighttime secret that changes everything. You've heard how I start my mornings, with breath, with movement, with focus. But the biggest change in my life didn't begin at sunrise, it began just before bed. It was around my 70th birthday. I was doing everything right, eating well, walking, even journaling, but something was still missing. I woke up stiff, my joints ached, my dreams faded too fast, and I'd wake up more tired than when I went to sleep. I started whispering 3 words to myself each night before I closed my eyes. Not a prayer, not a mantra, just 3 words that reminded my body and mind what we're here for. We are healed. Simple, yes. Silly, maybe, but here's what happened. Within a week, I noticed deeper sleep, my muscles stopped clenching at night, the morning grogginess lifted, I dreamed more, I stretched easier, and slowly, something inside me shifted. I didn't just feel rested, I felt repaired. The science came later. I learned that the brain remains partially aware during light sleep and that bedtime intentions can alter the body's repair cycle. According to research from the National Institute on Aging, the body performs its deepest repair work during slow wave sleep, particularly when the nervous system feels safe, calm, and hopeful. Those 3 words gave my body permission to do its job. I started pairing it with a routine. 30 seconds of slow breathing, a cup of warm chamomile tea, and 1 gentle stretch before slipping under the covers. And every time I said it, we are healing, I meant it a little more. Now, at 92, I no longer chase youth. I repair, I recover, and I thrive. Tonight, before you close your eyes, try it. Not a pill, not a supplement, just 3 words. We are healing. And watch how your body listens. If this message spoke to you, leave a comment below. Let me know your nighttime routine or what you'll try tonight. And don't forget, subscribe for more life-tested wisdom, because strength doesn't just come from what you do during the day, but what you whisper in the dark.